Alfie Morton's first place hero deck profile.
So I decided to play heroes because I just wanted a fun deck to play, to be honest, and I was going to play this deck for YCS Milan, but unfortunately I had some complications. I couldn't quite get to the airport. But yeah, I decided to play heroes because it is fun. We're kind of like at the end of the format, so I just wanted something a bit different. So I thought I'd show you what I played. I played two regionals. I came fifth at one on a Saturday, and I came first at the one on Sunday. So obviously I played three Stratos. The best card in the deck. I don't know why people play two. This card's just too broken not to see in your opening hand. Like, it searches any hero you want. You don't really normal summon, so this is like the only normal summon in your deck, to be honest. And its effect to blow up back row is just broken. Like, you just pop in 4 cards every time you normal summon it. It's just disgusting. Two Shadow Mist. It's like the overcard that you send off Vion if you've not already got Melee engraved. Searches any hero, searches max change. You don't really need more than 2 because you just never really summon in it, you just use it to send. One Honest Neos, this card just beats over stuff. It makes you guys bigger, not really much to explain. Solid Soldier, just summons one hand. Normally you're going to be summoning Shadow Mist just to get the special summon effects where you can search mass change. For the Destiny Heroes, free Mali. This card's broken. I don't know why you put it to free.
There's some very nice Mallies.
Thank you. The one Celestial, if you don't know what this does, you banish it from grave on another Destiny hero and it lets you draw 2 cards. Also, it's the target for Dystopia, and it lets you burn your opponent for 1600. The one Dynatag, this card is just kind of like another Destiny hero name to have, because you need, if you draw one of your Destiny heroes, you don't have a card to send up Destiny Fusion to summon the Dystopia. It's like the only kind of like useful one other than the Mali, the Celestial, because it just lets you instantly boost your Dystopia to make its effect live and start working your way through your opponent's board. The one Plasma, I don't think I summoned this at all this weekend, but it's nice to have. Like, it can definitely break boards against Thunder and things like that. For the Vision Heroes, for the new cards, you have the 3 Virus and a 2 increase. From these ratios, it's kind of like pretty much standard, to be honest. I think for the hero package, everyone plays the same ratios because it's like you can't really cut or add anything to make the deck any better. This card is just like you discard a hero, summon it, and then you can put this in your spell and trap zone. And then this has a quick effect, so when it's a trap in your spell and trap zone, you tribute your hero, summon itself, summon a Vision hero from the deck, in which you summon the 2 Vions. Again, you don't really need more than 2. Like, you can't really play 1 either, because if you draw it, you can't summon it off of increase. Works in your opponent's end phase as well. If you take damage with this, you can put it in your spell and trap zone, and then when you go to end phase, you can summon another one from these from the deck, send a Shadow Mist, and add a Stratos. So you just get 3 monsters on board as pluses, to be honest. And the new card, Dusty Gold. This card's really good. It just searches the Dark Calling just to make the Malicious Bane. Yeah, that's literally it, but it's pretty good. Hand Traps, I just played 3 Ash and 2 Impo. I didn't really think you needed that much hand traps with this deck. I did go second. These are the only ones I played because I think the hero deck has so many extenders that it can just extend through a lot of negates and I break the board that way. So I don't feel hand traps were needed that much. For spells, I played 3 Fusion Destiny. This card's broken. Every time you open it, you just get ashed, and then that's fine. You can just normal Stratos or something. But when it does resolve, it's basically Shadow Fusion, so you send Malicious to the grave, which is already broken by itself, and summon Dystopia, which is your main form of interruption on your opponent's turn. You can just start making your plays from there. Played 2 E-Call. I didn't like 3 because I felt the deck was consistent already enough. I didn't play Rota either because like I didn't really want to search anything else that like wasn't an E hero. So like the only things that Rota search other than like the stuff that this already searches is Vion and Celestial. But Strata searches that anyway, and if I had the option, I'd rather search Honest Neos than like Vion or Celestial. The one hero lives. I only drew this like twice, but every time it resolved, it was broken. It just summons Shadow Mist from deck or Stratos. It doesn't really matter. It's just too good. Oh, it baits out Ash as well. 3 mass change. I think this is pretty standard. You draw it is good because it can play around Veiler and Impermanence. Search it off Anki, Shadow Mist. It just does lots of damage in the battle phase, just tagging out heroes for no more. Poly, search just off Vion. This is your main OTK enabler. Either summon Trinity, or you can use it to hard make the Dystopia if you have to, which helps out a lot. Dark Calling, use that from the Adjusted Gold to summon the Malicious Bane. And a card I think is really important. I saw a lot of decks not playing this, but it's a Lore of Darkness. Because I didn't play that many hand traps, the way this deck like wins is by not like, you're never going to break your opponent's board. Like the only card that will destroy is Stratos or Dystopia. So like, I don't think hand traps really did that much this format. But especially in this deck, the way you're going to do it is just by like drawing more extenders. So like, the lore definitely helps you get dead cards out your hands. So say if you have like just Stratos as your only player and that gets stopped in that game. But if you have a lore as well, then you can like banish like I don't know, an extra Vion or increase out your hand and just draw like a Fusion Destiny or a Faris to help you keep extending and push for your opponent's board. So I definitely think this was really needed in this deck, because it's also like every single hero card in your deck, like these ratios are just like so like standard. You can't really like cut any of the engine cards or anything. So like it was also really good just to have a card to side out as well, because I just wanted to like not cut engine and just rather cut other things, and especially after post side as well, because you can get better hit by Lancia and this becomes useless. Extra deck, Mass Heroes, play 2 Dark Claws, guy's broken. It's really good like rogue option in this format. This is why I played the deck, because it hits Salad, Orcust, Draco, loads of different decks. Anki, it's helped you OTK a lot. Dion, some people don't play this, but I like it because I have a combo where I can pop 4 in the end phase, Stratos, and it just dodges effect Veiler impermanence. Blast, this card's really important as well, because again, it dodges impermanence and Veiler. You can use it on Stratos, and it helps you push through your opponent's Orcust board, because you can use this effect to bounce the Babble back to hand, and it kind of forces everything out at once, which I thought was quite good. And it can, if you did use there can be only one on Stratos, you can chain the mass change and bounce it back to hand. Dystopia for the Destiny heroes, dangerous. You can make this off of Destiny Fusion if you really want. Sometimes I did it just to send Shadow Mist as well, so I can get an extra search. But mainly you make this. It's the only really interactive card that you play, like that interacts with your opponent on their turn. It literally just pops a card, and then it burns as well with Target and Celestial. It burns for the attack. But this is the guy you'll be bringing out mostly. This guy is okay, but you just kind of like make him if you need to, like if your hand's not great. This is just a generic hero that requires 2. It just reduces attack from the opponent equal to one of your heroes. That's literally it. It just requires 2 heroes, so it's just nice to have. Trinity, this guy is so broken. Every time I summoned him at the weekend, it was game that turn. There wasn't a game I summoned him and I didn't lose. He just attacks for 5k 3 times, and if you have him with Honest Neos, it's 7/5 3 times. It helped me a lot against Orcust, because when they have Galatea, you summon this under the Galatea, or if they have it pointing to Dingersu, the Galatea can't be destroyed by battle, so you just attack the Galatea 3 times and it's like 10,000 by itself. It's broken. Malicious Bane's the new one. It's basically just Raigeki, but it also has the effect where it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and like some decks just can't out that. I don't know why in this format that they can't. But just being able to blow up your opponent's board is really good as well, because it just helps you OTK quicker. And it's big as well, it's like 3/2. The Link, Cross Crusader, this guy is really important. He summons a Destiny hero from grave when you summon him, and you contribute a Destiny hero to add a hero card. It just provides you the 2 linker arrows as well. Well, that's literally it. It's just really good, basically. The Dread Decimator, this is how you make the Dystopia alive, because it does need an attack modification in order to use this effect. It gains 100 for each hero in the graveyard. It does piercing, and all the other guys gain attack as well. I literally had like 2,000 attack point maliciouses like across the weekend just attacking. It gets the digs in, trust. I played the one Wonder Driver. This card is really good. It allows you to set a mass change when you summon a hero. Like recycles your polys, your fusion destinies. Whenever I go first, or my opponent makes me go first, I'm expecting them to side things like mind control, instant fusion. So if there's a target in my Dark Claws, I can just reset another mass change. So if they do have something like mind control, I can easily dodge it with the mass change I set again. That's why we played the 2 Dark Claw. And for the last card, I just played a Palooza. To be honest, this card could be literally anything. It could be another Cross Crusader. It could be a different hero of your choice. I didn't really know what to put in, so I just decided to put this in. Because sometimes when you're forced to go first by like Orcus, you just end on a bunch of monsters in defense. And if they don't out that, you can just go for Appaloosa in the next turn. And then just like negate the grave effects that they have with Babel. I didn't summon it once, but that's just the theory behind it. It seems decent, but I'm not sure if I keep it in. And then for the side decks, of course Freelancia, I don't think this needs explaining that much. This helps me go against Orcus and Thunder Dragon.
Pretty standard across every side deck, really.
Pretty much, yeah, I think it's staple. Nibiru, this card's okay. You can play Dark Gaia for a fusion, which it just requires a rock monster and a hero monster. But like all it does is just change monsters to attack position, where like Bane will already do that, or like get rid of the monsters that are in defense anyway. Like it's only good against like Subterra because they have the gaze face down and it doesn't activate the flip effects. But you're not gonna have this in against Subterra, so I don't see the point of playing a card like that. But I just wanted something for like Salamon Great mainly because I just don't want them getting both the trap cards or gaining too much advantage. So that's really why I really wanted to play this. It's also a 3k beat stick, so it just outs a lot of monsters and it does a lot of damage basically. I also didn't play a lot of hand traps in main, so this was kind of like for like the mega combo decks, like Pendulum as well, because I feel like most of the decks like Salad and Orcus, although like the board isn't that big, I feel like my deck can out it without this card anyway. 3 Twin Twisters is again very standard. I did side it in against Orcus, although because they don't end on Dingoso anymore, I can just pop the Babel and like the Widow Anchor or Shark Cannon and then just play from there. I played 3 System Down. I played this on the Sunday. On the Saturday, I played Mind Control, but I expected more Orcus on Sunday, so I decided to play System Down instead because I just couldn't be bothered dealing with the Orcus boards, so I just wanted to make the games quicker basically. And for the last card, I don't think anyone's really played this, but I decided to play 3 Mystic Mine. So like the theory behind the Mystic Mine was that, again with the ultra combo boards, like Pendulum and stuff, like no matter how, if you draw like 3 like extenders, so your main like combo pieces are Stratos, Destiny Fusion and Faris, but like those 3, if they get negated, then it's just kind of like, there's nothing else for you to do basically. So I just wanted a card where I could have like Mystic Mine, and if they have like 2 monsters on field or like 3 monsters, you can just OTK them with Trinity. That's literally it. Like if they leave him all in attack, that's fine. They don't do anything. If they don't negate this, either just baits it or you just slap it down afterwards. And then all you need is literally just Vion. Vion's and Shadow Mist, you add a guy, you search Poly, Trinity, and you just attack 3 times. That's the theory behind it anyway. But with the Solid Soldier and the Mass Change, let's pull these out. So like my end boards, I'd like end with like this set. So I'd end with like Dystopia, like a Dark Law, and wherever that other guy's gone. Yeah, the Dread Decimator. So my end board would normally look like this, which may seem a bit strange. And then like I'd use the Wonder Driver to reset the mass change. So like if I'm playing against a deck like Altergeist, I just end like this. So they have like Melee Seek, I can pop it, and that's fine. They've not really got anything like that can further their play. So when they go set 4, so I just go Mass Change into this, get rid of this, summon Diane, which again is I think is the reason you should play it. And with the Diane, you just make sure you have a Stratos engrave, and you just go like, summon back the Stratos, and you pop 4 cards. You banish him even better. So that's the reason I decided to play it, because that combo also does come up a lot, and they can't really out it unless they have something like Evenly, which I'm not sure if they decide it against this deck anyway. I'm not sure, but that's the theory behind it. And I did do it like 3 times as well. It was just auto win, especially when they make you start as well. But yeah, that was my deck that I played. It's just a fun deck. I was gonna play it at Milan, like I said, but I couldn't get there in time. But yeah, I definitely think it's a good rogue option in this format, but I wouldn't really say it's like a really good choice if people know what the cards do, because like they can disrupt your plays easier. Like a lot of people that I played against did know what the cards do, but it's all the interactions that you need to know. So like if I was summoning Stratos and using this effect Destroy, they'd like impermanence it, and then I'd just chain the increase to tribute it and dodge it. So like that's a player that comes up a lot as well. So like when you're playing against Striker or Altergeist or whatever, anything that has back row, especially Draco if they have a Rupt or Skill Drain, just Stratos and chain and increase just to get the Stratos off field, so it resolves off field. And then you literally at that point you have probably about 3 heroes minimum. So it resolves and you pop 3 cards. That's how I work through most of my Orcus boards as well. So yeah, that's the deck. If you have any questions, just ask me. PM me on Facebook or just leave a YouTube comment or whatever. But cheers.